Having a baby during this time of the pandemic can be extremely challenging mentally and emotionally, as well as financially. We chat to founder of the African Mama and Baby Foundation, who supplies hospital care packs for moms and newborns. Sihle, thank you so much for repping this organization. How are you doing today?
I'm well, thanks. Thank you, Palesa, for having me on your show today and shining a light on the work that we do.
I'm very excited and I want to find out all about it, girl. So don't hold back. I just want to start off by asking you, how did African Mama and Baby Foundation come to be and what inspired you to start this organization?
Oh, thank you. So African Mama and Baby Foundation is inspired by different aspects of my life, particularly my personal journey into motherhood. I think as a normal citizen and as every other citizen, we're all aware of the socio-economic challenges that are faced by so many vulnerable groups in our society. And when I became a mom, I think that's when my mission became as clear as day. I wanted to help contribute and help support other mothers from vulnerable communities. And these are mothers from rural, underserviced areas and mothers from township areas. I particularly wanted to assist these moms because I just saw the economic disparities between moms in urban areas and moms in rural areas. And it's just so important to also lend a helping hand to all mothers when they embark on and transition into the journey of motherhood, which of course is a joyous time for all of us to celebrate. But unfortunately, when you are faced with economic challenges and you are living from hand to mouth, it does dampen the mood and it does make it a bit difficult for those mothers in need. And so we just wanted to be a helping hand and assist them during that transition.
Now, Sihle, logistically, how does all of this work? How often do you supply new moms and babies with these care packs and what does it include?
Yeah, so we rely heavily on sponsorships and donations. So we, for instance, during this COVID-19 pandemic, we have been able to support mothers from different communities once a month. And we've had 4 initiatives, and on average that amounts to 1 initiative a month. And basically, these hospital packs that we give to these mothers are hospital packs that are filled with essential products. These are your basic products that the mothers need, such as baby diapering essentials, baby feeding essentials, and also we include some essential products that the mother would need herself to help her in her postpartum journey. And of course, now with the COVID-19 pandemic, we also include hygiene items that are necessary for the mom, such as the cloth masks and hand sanitizers. And of course, for the baby, we would include warm winter items because it's the cold winter months now. And we would include your usual diapers and wet wipes and diaper creams and body lotion for the babies.
And then to take this incredible work that you're doing on a national level. I mean, you supply all or most public hospitals in South Africa. Now, that must be quite challenging to manage. How have you and your team in each province gone about making this possible? And how do you ensure that the hospitals receive these care packs?
Yes, so we focus on underserviced areas. So we focus on those rural areas, township areas where there are mothers in need. So our focus isn't to supply all public hospitals. We rather try and target those areas where we know that we have mothers that are unemployed, we have mothers that are earning minimum wages. And so that's how we go about targeting these hospitals or targeting rather these mothers from certain communities across South Africa. And we are a relatively small team of about 6 members, and we have a footprint in the Eastern Cape, and we have a bigger footprint in Gauteng. So in the Eastern Cape, for instance, we have 1 member that leads a team, and we've been able to support mothers from rural areas and from township areas there. And then, of course, most of our team members are in Gauteng, but we are able to also support our neighboring provinces, our neighboring communities, such as Limpopo. We have an outreach that we've done there recently. And so our objective definitely is to support mothers across South Africa in every province.
Now, having to deal with the two and a global pandemic in the middle, I mean, how has the lockdown affected you supplying these moms in need with all the regulations? And how are you keeping these vulnerable moms and babies protected?
Oh, thanks for that question. I will admit, at some point during this pandemic, we felt as though as an organization, we had reached a deadlock. We felt as though we couldn't make any meaningful contribution into the lives of these moms. And that's because our sponsors were unable to provide us with any baby products, for instance, because of all the restrictions that initially existed when we had the initial level 5 21-day nationwide lockdown. So during that stage, that was a very frustrating stage not to be able to assist these moms. But as the regulations have loosened a bit and we've been able to travel and our sponsors are able to go to their warehouses and provide us with the products, and we've been able to travel to these hospitals, because also the other restrictions comes from the hospitals. The hospitals have to ensure and obviously protect us. Hospitals are stricter now. Visitors aren't just coming in and out. Obviously, because of COVID-19, they have to have measures in place. We can't have volunteers and a bigger team of people going to the hospitals. When we do go to the hospitals, we can't interact with the moms like we used to. We can't hold their babies and like...
It almost feels like a lot of people just had to sacrifice so much during this time. But I love the fact that you haven't allowed it to slow you down. In fact, it's pushed you to be more creative, to think out of the box as to how you can still get these care packages to mommy and baby, but also making sure that they're safe and COVID-19 free. Thank you so much, Sihle, for your contribution. Thank you for all the work that you've done, helping us give back to these mothers in need through these very important care packages. We appreciate it. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Sihle. Now, South Africa, if you want to get involved and help out to this incredibly worthy cause, head over to our Afternoon Express websites or our social media pages and find out how you can make a difference. Having a baby during this pandemic can be challenging and scary, and we thank Sihle and her team for being that glimmer of hope to these vulnerable moms and babies. To donate, please find more information on their website, and you can find out how you can contribute to this worthy cause.